Hi everyone, Greeny Man here in France, looking at my 1954, I think it is, Ferguson Tea20 tractor. I was out on it the other day cutting a bit of grass, and see if you can spot the mistake here of what might be wrong with the tractor. We've got an exhaust here, and it just while I was chugging along doing my thing, I got that kind of motion, which isn't great because you got a face full of exhaust. So what's happened is, as you can see, we've got a bit of a rust situation, and as you can see there, the silencer internals have gone pretty much completely. So what I'm going to look at today is changing it. Now, I got in touch with a company in the UK called Anglo. That's their branding there, who do tractor parts. Oh, have we got it? Yeah. I've got to say, I ordered the parts Sunday night on the internet, paid standard delivery, and they arrived here in France on the Wednesday, which I think is an amazing service, considering it was just standard delivery. Now, I've got a new exhaust here, look. How nice is that? A bit too shiny for this tractor, I'd say. Now, there's a difference between these two exhausts, and I think you can see there, if I put it on there next to the other one, bit of a difference. The length, that end's a bit shorter, and that end on the new one is much longer. And I think what's happened is somebody's chopped this down so it'll go under trees a bit easier, because I use this for cutting the orchard, and the branches are sort of head height, which means that this is going to be a bit long, I think. However, I'm going to put it on and give it a go. Just looking at size wise there, I think I'll have to leave that piece on and chop the end off to get it to fit, but I don't want it too much higher. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen the bracket, a bit of penetrating oil on that, give it a good douse. Doubt very much it's going to come out, but you never know, and I'll come back to you in a bit. Hi everyone, right, I've put the penetrating oil on, give it a little bit of chance to soak in, put it in the back of the threads and the front of the threads. Now these were solid, even with the penetrating oil on. I wouldn't tried undoing them first, nothing, they were going nowhere on the when I was trying undoing them anti-clockwise. So top tip here, another top tip is, with anything like this, always try and tighten it a little bit first, and it breaks the rust, loosens the thread on the screw. Give it a bit of a tighten, not much, just a little twist, like a couple of little millimeters, and then, this is me working with one hand again, then, as you can see, a bit squeaky, go back a bit, the rust picks up on the threads, stops it coming out. Off we go again. Really must get myself a tripod. Right, that one's backed off nicely now. Second one. Let's try to look now if I can get some penetrating oil inside there. I never thought to put it inside because that pipe is stuck on the outer pipe, I think, stuck on the inner pipe. And give that a bit of a tap, see? Oh, that's loose. So we've cracked that one. That's good. Just got to loosen the outer pipe off the inner pipe. That one's free. As you can see, it's been on some while. I'm going to fire some penetrating down the tube and just see if I can loosen that from the other one. Come back to you in a bit. Hi everyone. Right, as you can see, giving that a good blast with the penetrating oil. Doesn't want to release from the thinner tube. So what I'm going to do is, if we come up a little way, you can see there I've made a mark. I'm going to chop it there because that distance of the thicker outer sleeve will be the same distance as this, and hopefully when I've looked at it I think it'll actually help the rusty old manifold pipe fit into the new exhaust. I think it'll act as a bit of a sleeve to make the outside diameter of the old pipe fit this better with the clamp. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'll come back to you when I've chopped it off. Alright, we're back here again. I've chopped it off now, and just offering up the new exhaust, and it seems to be considerably bigger. So now I'm going to have to probably look for something to make a sleeve to sleeve the old exhaust into the new one. But I'm going to put the clamp on, just see if it will tighten up, and if not, then I'm going to have to look at something else. So I'll come back to you and report what the conclusion is. But slightly disappointed. Obviously I thought that was the correct size exhaust when I ordered it, and it looks like it's not, but we shall see. Right guys, back on the tractor. The pipe, as you remember, was slightly big. I've kept the part of the old exhaust on to sleeve. It's not a good fit. It's crushed up a bit, but it's solid, you know. It's huge. It's a fair old exhaust, but it's solid, and I'm happy with that. It'll do for exactly what I want it to do. It'll work, and it won't blow stuff in my face, bits of rust, and it should be a bit quieter, I hope. So there you go, that's the situation. Oh, something else I've got, which I'll show you in a minute, is I've bought with the kit a metal, what do they call it, exhaust rain cap. Turn the light off. That's a bit better. Oh no, you can't see at all. It's a metal exhaust rain cap, and it looks like this. And it looks like this, and it's weighted at the back, and the pressure of the exhaust opens it and it shuts it. Now I don't use this in the rain. If I'm out there obviously cutting the grass and it starts to rain, then I'll bring it back in, but so it might get a little bit of rain in, but it's obviously had a bit of a, excuse the guy next door with the chainsaw, it's obviously got rain in its time, and it's just rotted through. So I do get a lot of dust in here because it's kept in the barn, a big dusty barn, blowing around, but that doesn't rot it. So what I'm going to do to stop any sort of ingress of dust or water or anything like that, I'm going to stick this on the end. If I can reach up there, it's a long way up now, but that'll go up on the end there, and hopefully stop stuff going in. It just goes on and clamps up with the one bolt, and then hopefully that'll have the desired effect. So